Look, I'm just going to cut to the chase. In this video, I'm going to show you the exact offer you need to be running for your B2B SaaS, okay? If you're struggling to generate an ROI on the front end, if you're struggling with just scaling as a whole, okay? In B2B SaaS specifically, having been a part of 3 startups, 2 of which have gone on for multi-7-figure valuations, and me being the head of marketing for both of those SaaS startups, I know a thing or two when it comes to running ads and actually creating scale in B2B SaaS, okay? And ultimately, the reason why 99.999% of SaaS businesses can't scale is because they can't generate an ROI with their advertising. And so in this video, I'm gonna show you the exact offers you're gonna need to be running. And I back this because I have the in-field experience. Like I've literally run these offers. I've designed these for bootstrap startups, okay? So with that being said, let's get into it. Okay, so the reason 99% of B2B SaaS businesses just cannot scale with advertising is because they don't understand the offer. They don't understand how the offer plays into their ad costs and just the overall ROI. And here's what I mean. Before I can explain what the offer is and how you can make one for your specific B2B SaaS, you first need to understand what the goal of an ad is, okay? Most SaaS businesses will typically do it like this. They'll have an ad, they'll run it to their $99 a month software. And the problem with this is they're spending, let's say, $200 to acquire someone for a trial, and then they turn into a $99 a month user, okay? Then they have to wait 1 month, 2 months, 3 months before they generate a profit, before they even touch a profit. And there's 2 problems with this. Number 1, your sales cycle is incredibly long, okay? The second problem is that when you're spending $200 to acquire a user at $99 a month, you cannot aggressively reinvest into your ads, which means you cannot scale. You have to wait 3 months before you can put money back into ads to acquire another user. And this is a problem because you now have to wait 3 months, which means you can't scale. Like, simple. And so what's the solution to this problem? Ultimately, here's what you need to think about with advertising. You need to design your ads to get people into your business. Your software isn't your core offer. Your software is actually your back-end offer. And this is more specifically if you're bootstrapping. If you're a VC-funded company, you have a lot of capital, then by all means, this can work, right? You can spend $99. You can spend as much money on you as you want on ads, and you can just acquire users and get them in rapidly, because investors just don't care about the ROI. They just want to establish the user base and just aggressively scale, right? And so if you're funded, then yeah, like this, you can get away with it without, and then you can make your money back with the LTV and stuff like that. But the problem for bootstrap SaaS companies is that they can't generate the ROI on the front end. And it's because your software isn't your core offer. This is actually your back-end offer. Let me explain. The goal of an ad is to get people into your business, not to sell your software. And here's what I mean. Ultimately, you want to run ads so you can get people into your business and retarget them on the back end. And that's when you can sell your $99 a month software. But you want to get people into your business whilst covering your ad costs. And so that means you can pretty much retarget people for $0 and generate massive recurring revenue at a $0 acquisition cost, customer acquisition cost, right? And this is how we were able to aggressively scale, enable, folio. This is the strategy, okay? And so what do I mean by getting people into your business? Ultimately, here's what you need to do. You need to run ads, which allows you to collect emails or retarget people based on the content they viewed. And so this is essentially how we were able to do it, right? Now, you can talk about retargeting ads, warm traffic, cold traffic, but ultimately you want to run ads which get people into your business, which means collecting an email, okay? And typically you do this through an opt-in page. Now, what you need to realize is that they're going to go to a video sales letter and then they're going to book a call. And this is my very terrible phone, okay? And this is where you're going to sell your offer. Now, most businesses would think, why am I going on a sales call? Because in order to charge higher prices so you can cover your ad costs, you need to sell solutions specific to someone's problems. And so when you're creating an offer, you essentially need to maximize value and the solution for a problem. And so what we were able to do with Enable is we pretty much bundled everything up. So we had this insane front-end high-ticket offer. And here's why that works before I explain actually how to create the offer and stuff like that. Ultimately, you need to look at the math. If you're spending $10,000 and you're acquiring leads at $15 a lead, which by the way, with today's advertising costs, is pretty much like the average. If you can get this, like, fair enough, like you're a decent advertiser. You've now got 667 leads. Now let's take 2 conversion rates. Let's take an insane, impressive 10% conversion rate, okay? 10%, I don't know why I drew a money sign. A 10% conversion rate. Now, as a marketer, conversion rate optimization, having good ads, having a good sales page, and just software as a whole, the problem and market you're solving and the market you're in. I don't know why I just said it like that. 10% is very hard to achieve. That's like the point I'm trying to make here, right? And so at 10% for your $99 a month software, let's do the math on this. You've made roughly $6,600 back, okay? You have spent 10K in ads and you only made this much money back, okay? And obviously if you consider LTV, yes, you'll make this money back the next month. But the problem with this is you can't aggressively scale the same month, okay? Which prevents you from growing fast. So now consider this. You have the same 667 leads. Now let's take an extremely atrocious conversion rate, okay? Extremely atrocious conversion rate. We'll do 0.05%. We're not even taking a whole 1% conversion rate here. I want you to realize how bad this is. But this time we're selling a $5,000 offer. Let's look at the ROI. So 0.05% is 4 people. 4 people out of these 667 leads decide to purchase your $5,000 offer. You have now spent $10,000 and you have made 20K. So you've essentially spent 10K and you've made 20K back on the front end. This isn't even including your software. Now here's where it gets crazy. 4 sales, right? We had 667 leads minus 4. You now have 663 leads you can retarget for absolutely $0, okay? And this is how we were able to scale aggressively. You need to get people into your business whilst covering your ad costs, not even covering your ad costs, making a profit on the front end by going high ticket. You need to adjust your offer so you're selling a big offer on the front end, like a really expensive offer that only 1%, 0.05% of people will buy. Now, if we introduce retargeting and we assume a 20% conversion rate for your $99 a month software, that's 133 leads who end up purchasing at $99 a month, and you've now generated 13K in recurring revenue, okay? Now, on the front end, this may seem small. If you're a smaller B2B SaaS, these are numbers you want to be aiming for when you're initially scaling, right? But the beauty of this entire thing is your lead list continues to grow exponentially month over month over month. And so when you start off, you might have a small lead list of less than 1,000. You can imagine by just repeating this month and month and month over again, you're going to naturally compound. And so that's how in a few months, we were able to go from pretty much like 50K in MRR to over 150K in MRR by simply readjusting our front end offer so we're selling high ticket. Now, what is the actual offer itself? What actually goes into an offer? Ultimately, you really want to have a look at what it is that you're selling, and you want to take one step back. So for example, if you're selling an email CRM software, right, that helps you track your leads and stuff like that, what actually has to happen for someone to use that software? What's the actual goal of someone when they're using that software? They want to get sales calls, right? They want to generate sales. And so there's 2 ways you can go about it. Firstly is you can create an offer around the software itself, or you can create an offer that's beyond the software. So for example, sales CRM to manage your leads and stuff like that. What you would actually create on the front end is an offer which offers consulting, info products, training, everything, like as much value as possible to help people get sales calls, okay? It could be some sort of program, coaching program, whatever. And this is essentially designed where you can sell this at $5,000. And ultimately by selling this, you're getting people interested in sales calls. They need sales calls, right? And so you're getting them in with this front end offer. It doesn't even have to be that. It could be even like $9.97, right? You get a few people in. These prices allow you to cover your ad costs. And what you're left over with is thousands of leads that you can remarket to on the back end. Okay. And then not only the people that opt in for this, you can like downsell them to your software, but you're now left with 1,000 leads that have shown an interest in wanting to get more sales calls, sales meetings, and you can now sell them your software at $99 a month for absolutely free. $0 in retargeting costs. Sending an email is free. Running retargeting ads is extremely cheap. Okay. Now, this is the first way that you can do it, right? This is the first way you can do it. You can create an offer around the actual industry you're in. So for example, if you're in sales, if you're selling software to manage leads and stuff like that, your pipeline, whatever, you would create trainings, info products, and consulting and programs and masterminds around getting sales calls, some sort of offer like that on the front end. Okay, that's going to help people get more sales calls. You're going to bring in leads and then you can ultimately funnel them on the back end to your software. And just to give you a few examples, if you're aware of the software Hyros, Alex Becker was essentially able to scale that to $110 million evaluation because what he did is he had a consulting mastermind, okay, for advertisers. Okay. And he'd get people in at $5,000, $2,000, $3,000, right, for his consulting services. But ultimately, because he had an opt-in funnel, so people would opt in to get a training, they'd put their email in and then they'd go ahead and book a call. Not only was he covering his ad costs by making consistent 3K sales, he was now left with thousands of leads, okay? I don't know why I keep drawing an S. And literally all he did was just retarget these people to his tracking software Hyros, okay? Because think about it, why would someone opt in for a training on advertising? Because they're advertisers, right? Then he's selling a consulting offer up front, which allows him to cover his ad costs. Now he has 1,000 leads on the back end of people who are advertisers and they want to improve their tracking. And so then he can funnel them to Hyros for $0, okay? Same way ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels gets people in with challenges and, start a business in 30 days, the books, info products. He gets everyone into his business using these, and then he covers his ad costs. And then what he's left over with is just thousands and thousands and thousands of leads, which he can then funnel to ClickFunnels for $99 a month. That's the secret to scaling B2B SaaS. You have to arrange your front end offer so that it covers your ad costs and allows you to get leads which are in the industry you're in and they're looking for a solution to the problem you have solved. And then you can remarket to them for free on the back end like that. That is how these businesses, this is how Hyros, this is how ClickFunnels grew into multi-million-dollar businesses, okay? It's because they understood that they needed to cover their ad costs on the front end so that they can get leads in on the back end and remarket to them for so much cheaper. And so obviously that's the first type of offer you can have. You can have like info products, consultings, trainings, stuff like that for the 1% of people who want your expertise on that. And then you can get leads in and sell them on the back end. But the second type of offer you can run is directly around your software. And so what you can do is you can sell bulk packages, okay? So let's say you don't want to do a training, mastermind, or consulting, and you purely want to focus on your SaaS. What you can then do is you can actually create a high front end offer around your SaaS. And what Enable specifically did was we did white label onboarding. We offered 6 months upfront. So we only sold 6-month packages. Obviously we had the if you're not satisfied in the next 90 days, you can get a refund, whatever. So it allowed people to get in on a trial basis, but we collected cash up front. We didn't let people get in for a trial and then make a purchasing decision. We're like, hey, we'll give you your money back, no stress, but 6-month package up front, right? You can do white label onboarding. You can do custom training, one-on-one training, staff training. So you educate their entire business on how to use the software, you integrate it for them. It's a completely done for you service, okay? And you're essentially doing the same thing as like sort of a consulting front end offer, but you're just doing it directly with your software, if that makes sense. And so ultimately, these are the two types of offers you need to have. You need to have some sort of consulting, training, mastermind offer, or you need to create a valuable bundle around your software. And the best case scenario is when you combine everything into one big core front end offer. And now think about it like this. You're spending $5,000 on ads, let's say, and only one person needs to purchase, okay? You're getting $10 a lead, you've got 500 leads. Even if just one of these people can purchase you combined everything into a $10,000 offer. You've pretty much covered your ad costs and gotten 499 leads on the back end, which you can then sell to your $99 a month software. This is the secret to scaling. And so hopefully I've done a good job of explaining that, but ultimately, the reason you can't scale with your advertising is because you don't have a high ticket front end offer. You need to design an offer which gets people into your business whilst covering your ad costs. If you can do that, you will scale exponentially further, okay? Now, look, if you want help building out an offer, if you want help advertising, if you want help with the funnels, if you want help with the back-end email address, you want to build this system out where you can generate quite literally anywhere from a 3 to a 10x ROI on the front end, and then drive recurring revenue on the back end for your software. Click the link down in the description below. It'll take you to a booking page. You can book in a call with my company, Soft Scale Profits. We're going to help you integrate this one-on-one. So hopefully you got some value from this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and I'm just going to be pumping out trainings like this every day, 3 times a week, ideally is what I'm hoping for. Ultimately, I want this channel to just give you real tactical strategies that you can use to scale your business, because everyone talks about lead gen, everyone talks about sending emails and stuff like this. They say you need to run ads. People don't know how to run ads, right? Because ads are the most scalable thing. Running ads is only 20% of the game. It's your offer, it's your funnel, it's your back-end nurture. It's entirely the infrastructure of how you design your business. So with that being said, once again, leave a like, subscribe. If you need one-on-one help in consulting, with your advertising, scaling your B2B SaaS, even if you're in B2C SaaS, we can still help you out in some cases. It's a bit more difficult beyond my area of expertise personally, because I've only worked in B2B startups. Nevertheless, if you need help scaling your SaaS, if you want to advertise, if you want us to design your offers and stuff like that, click the book a call button link in the description below. I don't know why I can't speak in this video, but yeah. Hopefully you found value, and I'll see you in the next video.